Bitcoin is about to have another huge move today, and in this exact video I will be talking about what this move is going to be for Bitcoin. More importantly, right now the 4-hourly time frame is telling and indicating us that Bitcoin is squeezing the price action in, that actually in the coming 5 to 6 days Bitcoin is going to be experiencing an extremely huge breakout. Whether it's going to be up or down, I will be trading this, and make sure to watch this video right now till the end, because I will be exactly discuss my price target of the point of the breakdown and of the point of the breakout. Furthermore, I will be talking about more important stuff that currently is going on, my trade and my next trade, and much more important details in the market right now. So don't forget to slap up that like button. Can we once again smash it back above 500? That will be absolutely incredible. And with that being said, let me jump straight away in towards the content. And once looking actually at the imminent short term of Bitcoin, we can currently see that Bitcoin is squeezing the price action in here, and you can clearly see it. We're creating a very clear upward sloping support line, and while this is happening, in fact, we're seeing also a downward sloping resist line getting created. So what does this tell us about the current price action is that actually the price action is getting squeezed in towards an apex, and always once this happens, Bitcoin tends to generate a breakout. The breakout is getting confirmed once we confirm either a higher high or a lower high, and that is basically a breakout of this pattern. Currently, it's not going to be really a huge move on this breakout right here, because if I'm going to be looking at a potential breakout, we could be targeting levels for either 23,000 US dollars if we're going to be having a bullish breakout, or we could be targeting 21.8k if we're going to be having a bearish breakdown. The breakdown or breakout will be getting confirmed once we see a 1-hour candle close above it, and on the retest, that is the place where I will be looking to trade this. So I'm going to keep my eyes wide open on my next trade, because actually I'm coming fairly close to be opening up a new trade again. I've been waiting, I've been sitting on the sidelines ever since, of course, I shorted Bitcoin towards the downside right here. I've been sitting on the sidelines waiting for the next move. I have been overly bearish in the last period in the market, because the market has been in a bearish trend here. Currently, it will be actually likely to still see a bearish continuation. And to point it out before I go further in towards the market update, if I am actually looking at the 3-day time frame, so if I zoom out on Bitcoin, I can actually see also quite bearish momentum getting generated, because on the 3-day time frame, Bitcoin is actually creating the bearish crossover on the MACD. Like you can see, it's currently happened, and every single time, historically speaking, that this has happened, I put up some vertical lines. You can see that Bitcoin actually sees bearish momentum following afterwards. You see it every single time. Doesn't necessarily mean, just like we had right here in September 2021, that the bearish momentum is going to stay for long, but at least we usually tend to see bearish momentum getting generated. Here in the beginning of November, we saw big downwards pressure, and also in April, we saw big downwards pressure. And actually, the November crossover wasn't that bad, actually, to be very honest. So maybe it's going to be not bad at all. But on the 3-day MACD, we are definitely seeing that momentum is drying up. And that is, of course, a bad thing for the imminent short term. And that could maybe lead towards the direction continuation of the bigger time frames, because looking at the 4-hourly time frame, we can currently clearly see we're still creating higher lows. That is, of course, beautiful to see so far, and we're still creating higher highs on the bigger picture. However, currently we can see that this upward sloping support line is meeting almost the downward sloping resistance line, and at that point we're seeing the price consolidation reaching an apex. And on such kind of a point, we either have to decide to continue with the downtrend, because this is on the imminent short term a downtrend, or we are going to be breaking above resistance and we're going to continue with the uptrend and forming higher highs again. So what I also do expect actually is that the coming 5 to 6 days, they're probably going to be boring. And at the point we're breaking out, we're going to see a lot of volatility. So I'm going to keep my eyes wide open. If we break below support, I am actually expecting that Bitcoin could come down towards levels of $20,000. Why $20,000? Because if I'm actually looking at this target right here of the ascending broadening wedge, we can actually see that the price target of the ascending broadening wedge, if we break down below the upward sloping support line, is coming in around 20.6k. So I wouldn't be surprised if we do break down that we're going to come down towards levels of around $20.6 to $20,000, right? That is previously also the low in this market right here. That is also the level that if we're going to go towards that, I am definitely going to be opening up a new long position for Bitcoin, but of course, only if we're going to ever touch that level. So if we're not breaking below the support right here, I'm going to long Bitcoin, of course, on the potential breakout. So I'm going to trade this both directions. Like I said, this could still take 4 to 5 days before we're breaking out. And maybe even, if we really consolidate very well, it could even take 6 days. So make sure to be prepared for this next move for Bitcoin right now. It could still take a while, but I'm currently getting ready for that next move. Looking at my horizontals, really the level to be breaking above is 22.7k in order to flip the imminent short-term resistance above us on the 4-hourly time frame. with my trade, I'm still long until we're breaking the support. I've been saying it yesterday as well. As soon as we do break support, I am going to completely exit my trade, because then it is time to take profits and open up a new trade around that $20,000 barrier, in my opinion. We can also still see that on the daily time frame, actually we officially have been confirming the hidden bullish divergence. Hidden bullish divergence get created once the price action is forming a higher low and the RSI is forming a lower low. So make sure to pay attention towards this one. Important signal that's actually currently getting flashed on the daily time frame, because bullish divergences on the daily time frame are very important to be looking at right now. So we are creating the bullish divergence on the daily time frame, so this could also have a positive effect on the price action of Bitcoin. And we can currently also see that still, if I'm looking at the bigger picture, for me, I've been saying it for quite a while right now, the level to break is 25.2k. If we break above that level, I'm going to flip extremely bullish. Why? Is because it's a low volume range above it, and also you can just clearly see the 25k was the low of the Luna crash, the 25k was the range high of the recovery, and currently, once again, 25k is the level to break. So I'm going to keep all my eyes wide open on $25,000. It's the level to break. Once we break above it, Bitcoin is absolutely going parabolic, but currently we're in that consolidation phase, and we have to decide whether we're going to be breaking down towards lower lows or whether we're going to be finding support and continuing the uptrend we're currently in on the daily time frame, because you can clearly see we're still forming, in fact, higher lows and higher highs. So the trend is still bullish, only the momentum is getting lost, like I said, because on the MACD, on the RSI, we can see these momentum indicators telling us that we're losing momentum. You can see on the 3-day MACD that we actually had that bearish crossover, and if I'm actually looking at just a pure price action, and let me put it on a 2-day time frame, you can see that we are creating somewhat of a rounding top, right? And that is why I'm a little bit worried, because rounding tops, we've been creating them many times before. We've been creating them at the all-time high, at the previous all-time high as well, and basically right here as well. So rounding tops has been created many times, and it's usually a signal of weakness in the market. And I've been telling everyone that actually I was not so bullish on Bitcoin with $25,000. In fact, I've been shorting 25k many times before, but you can currently clearly see that we did clearly saw some momentum dry up for Bitcoin. But currently the question is, can we continue the momentum right now on this upper sloping support line, or are we going to break below it and fall lower? And that's why I'm going to be keeping my eyes wide open on this 4-hour pattern right here, because this is going to tell me more about the bigger direction for Bitcoin, right? Because if we're really going to be break bearish, what's the worst case scenario? Let's say Bitcoin is really breaking below 20k. What's the worst case scenario? In my opinion, it is somewhere around $18,000. Worst case scenario. I don't think it's a likely scenario, but if we really have a big crash down here, I'm going to be actually looking at long somewhere around $18,000 to $17,000 to open up even a bigger legendary trade for Bitcoin. So that is actually my strategy right now. That is actually what I'm looking to do here, because yes, overly, to be very honest, I am bullish on Bitcoin on the longer term. And right now, if I'm looking at the cycle stage, you can clearly see that we're at the end stage of the bear market, or the bear market officially already has ended. Because what do we really call the end of the bear market in 2018-19, right? This was, of course, obviously the end of the bear market, but at this stage right here, we didn't really officially call it the end of the bear market, because it could have been just another lower high, right? So we called the end of the bear market now because we all know what happened afterwards. So is this the end of the bear market right here, or is this just another lower high? That's the question that we currently need to answer. So I think the bear market is overly ended, and if we're going to come down and form a higher low, we are, of course, in fact, ending the bear market. So yeah, if we are going to come down, worst case scenario, $17,000 to $18,000, that's levels where I look to buy a lot of Bitcoin, actually, if it ever happens. I mean, I'm still buying more Bitcoin every single day, just like you've been saying for a while. I just buy more Bitcoin every single day because I believe in the long term of it. So this was it for me on today's update video. I mean, I truly hope you did enjoy it, and that you did learn anything from it. I am really looking for my next trade, and I'm about to announce it very soon here. So make sure to subscribe to the channel right now here, stay posted, turn on the bell notifications, because once I'm opening up a new trade, you'll be knowing the first on this channel. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace out. Goodbye.